Ikan, Ikanaide. Ikanaide.
Ikanaide.
Huh?
Ikanaide.
Ikanaide.
Ika.
Ika.
Niade.
Nyade. Ikanaide. 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 Okay. What's up, everybody? Let's get into it. If you've clicked, then you're more than likely a deer. And if you're not a deer and you don't know what that is, you'll be a deer. And I'm not talking about the antlers and shit like that. I'm talking about a complete fan of this man, Dimash. All right. So I've been doing some reaction videos to this guy, and I've said clearly he's one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. Please take it from me. I'm a professional. And I've listened to many singers. It's my job. And this cat is from another planet. He's not from another planet. He's from Earth. But you would think that he is. And he's that freaking good. So, we're going to look at Dimash today. It is Dimash Ikanaide. What? Say, how do you do it?
Ikanaide.
Ikanaide.
Not Inca. Ikanaide.
Ikanaide. Ikanaide. That's what we're listening to. Let me center myself, because this man has a way of just ripping my face off and my ears because he's that good. Let's count it down. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Man, whether this guy is singing with energy or he's singing with zero energy and just using his throat and notes to convey like a helpless kind of tone to his voice is amazing. I what else can I say that I haven't said about this cat, man? Like he's an experience. You don't hear Dimash, you experience Dimash. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way that I view this guy. There's only one other artist that I feel that's like this, and she's nowhere the singer that this cat is. But when it comes to lyrics, and I'm reading his lyrics, they're so deep, and would be Rachel Yamagata. I love this woman. I love her style of writing, and I really, really love the way that she puts things. But she always doesn't hold a candle to what he's doing, obviously. But it brings me back to that pure sound of innocence. Like we're talking about really beautiful chord structures with the piano, very light string arrangement at this point. We're getting to the end. Usually is when he opens up at the end. But his voice is just amazing. And that microphone he's using, oh, Jesus. Shadowed by the Sony mic that's in the back that he could have used, but he ends up using, I believe that's a U86 Platinum Series. If I might be wrong on that. And if I am, please let me know, because I don't know. I guess I would have used, as an engineer, I would have stayed to the Sony mic just because I know the dynamic range of that mic and his voice. But I'm not saying that this mic ain't doing its job, because I'd be lying if I told you that. He's killing it. The mic is killing it. Overall, great, great job. Now, lyrics wise, very, very deep. Wanting to be with somebody forever. Awesome. I'm going to read more of it. I'll give you more of my dissertation on the lyrics. But right now, I'm just falling in love with the tone of his voice. And that microphone is just making all the difference in the world. So let's keep it going. Oh, here we go. Here we go. My God. Holy fuck. All right. Back when I was a kid, when I was learning recording, I was lucky to have a guy named Eric Morgensen show me how to record, show my brother how to record. They were recording my brother's record at that time. This is back in 89, 90, way before some of you were probably even born. There was a man that used to come in by the name of Fred Hammond. Fred Hammond was a lead singer of a group called Commission. He's still around. He's one of the best vocal producers, vocal arrangers ever. I was lucky to be a third in some of those sessions. Basically, my job in the Commission or Fred Hammond sessions, when I got a chance to do it, because it was my brother who was the second in most of those sessions. My job was to go get food for Mr. Fred Hammond, which is fine because I got an education in vocal technique and vocal arrangements and stuff like that. Why do I say this? Because there was one thing that was very dynamic that people don't know about, which is that when you're singing, especially one time through, it's also the usage of your space. You know, you have to have correct mic technique. It's one thing to put a mic up here. You see a lot of guys pressing mics against their mouth. A lot of people do that. Or if they don't, my wife does this a lot. I say it's the cigar move. It's like they're using their fingers to help with the singing. And with this cat, and that helps too with mic technique. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't need any of that. He literally knows the space between his mouth and that microphone, and he's able to just use it and use the space that's in between for his voice. And that's just fucking incredible. And you don't see that kind of technique because it's not paid attention to. Normally it's just get in the studio, sing some shit, and we get what we get. Not with this cat. Not with this cat. This guy's got to be the king of one time through. I'm not saying that he sings all his songs like that. Most people don't. But the idea when recording, for those who want to know, the idea is to make the singer sound as if they're singing through that entire song like in one shot. It can be done. It is a sound. It is a movement of the voice to be able to achieve that. And you try to achieve that. And there's two ways to do it. Either one, you have them sing all the way through it and then use your corrections and auto align and auto tune or vocal align and all that stuff. Or you're really good at punching and recording and you make it sound great. And this guy just proves that you're not able to do that. Now, was this live when he sang it? Did he sing this live? I'm going to probably say that no. It was probably pre-recorded. Let me tell you why. Don't go off on me. There's only one telltale sign that this wasn't done when he actually sang that, and what we're hearing is what he sang at that moment. It was because there was no pop filter in front of that microphone. It's very important to put that nylon pop filter in front of a microphone like that because it's so sensitive that the S's, the P's would pop. You'd hear, and the S's you would hear just really high S's. It would be just almost distorted. That's what happens when you don't use a pop filter in front of that mic. There's no pop filter, therefore he's singing, and I'm hearing a bunch of S's and P's and stuff that throughout the song, and everything sounds perfect. So it doesn't take away his performance, doesn't take away the fact that he didn't sing it. He did sing it. I'm going to say that it's 50-50. I don't know if he really sang that by himself or not. I mean, you need pop filters or you need a what they call a mic sock. That's what I use, which is just this big foam thing that you put over the mic, and that takes away the popping sound and all that stuff. So he didn't have that on that. So that's the only thing that makes me think that, but it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? It doesn't, because he's still the man. And I still believe that when he did record that song for real, I don't believe there were too many stops. I think he came in, prepared himself, fucking ran through it like maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe did some pickup stuff, and he was out. A guy like that is not going to spend a lot of time because he doesn't have to. He knows the process. He's able to do it. Dimash, you're the man. Great job. It's nothing more than I've ever said before. I think that you're one of the best singers in the world. I think your team is amazing. The last thing I told you guys that I heard, I found out that Walter Avanasi was his producer and had produced some things. And somebody even in the comments told me that Walter lets Dimash use his studio. Yeah. I didn't know that little bit of information. I didn't even know that Walter had anything to do with Dimash. Just for the fact that I'm not, like I said, I know the guy. We have talked before. We're not good friends and we don't follow each other. How the hell would he follow me? Be me following him. But the fact is that it doesn't surprise me because Walter Avanasi is a bad boy. And whether he was on the song or not, the fact that he's even part of Dimash's career is just amazing. So kudos to Walter and Team Walter and to everybody out there, all the other producers who are writing for him. Now, my last thing is that as I listen to this, especially this song, a little sadness comes over me because, man, it would have been amazing if this man was still alive today. Could you imagine if Freddie Mercury would have produced for Dimash? Unbelievable. Freddie Mercury, for those who don't know, is the lead singer from Queen. I just think that Fred would have loved Dimash, that he would have just done music with Dimash that, not that his music is not suffering, let's just say that, but it just would have been a different take. It would have been different. Man. Okay. And if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and put that notification bell on to let you know the next time we drop one of these videos. And just so you want to know, a few things happening here. It's cold in this studio because it's very cold here in Barcelona right now, but what's behind me is supposed to say 10,000K. We hit 10,000 subscribers, and man, it could have never been done without the Deers. Between the Deers and Army and everybody else, but Deers, y'all came through. I am so happy to hit 10,000 subscribers. So now we're on our way to 20,000, and we couldn't have that happen unless you get involved by pressing the like and subscribe button, and for you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to come by and check our channel out, okay? So until then, we'll talk to you guys soon, man. Peace.